Even the years that I've won my world titles, I never exactly stick to the same formula. I think you need to constantly reevaluate and reassess and tweak things just to keep it interesting as much as anything else. But now I'm looking forward and planning my assault on the tri-circuit for next year. I like to work backwards. I like to say, well, the one race I know I'm absolutely going to do next year is Kona. And then I work backwards from there. What other races I'm going to do that fit in with that plan? It's a huge commitment because it's an 11 or an 11 and a half month plan. And that encompasses a lot of physical work, a lot of training. After March, I'll go back into another training phase, and then I'll be racing the Australian Ironman Championships in Port Macquarie on May the 1st. So it's a bit of a change in strategy for me. I've tended to be in the US by that time. But for a number of reasons, I've decided to stay home. Not least of all because I want to win my national championship. From the racing schedule, you plan your training and periodise your training. Obviously, you can't do the heavy workloads and the heavy volumes every week, week after week. You have to periodise things and do different phases. But I'll certainly do a 3 to 5 week block of volume where, I could hit anywhere from 600 to 800k a week on the bike and be running about 100 kilometres those weeks as well. And obviously, you can't maintain those loads all year. But the reason you do them, as I said, is to lay down a great foundation of fitness for the year ahead. Well, recovery is a huge part of training. I think it's the most often overlooked part of endurance sports. I mean, everyone works hard and trains hard. The question is, how does your body respond to that work and absorb that work? As a younger athlete, I neglected recovery totally. I just thought it was all about putting in the hard yards. And that's true to some degree. I think as you get older and more experienced though, you sort of realise the benefits of recovery, and it's so crucial. It's vital, in fact. Starting with your nutrition, how you rehydrate and refuel your body after sessions, so you replenish everything that you've burned, and leading up to sessions, so that you're fully locked and loaded and have the energy you need to complete the session the way that you want. So nutrition is a crucial part of it. Sleep, getting adequate sleep. Things like massage, I tend to get 2 massages a week, keeping the muscles loose and supple. I'll hop in the ice bath once or twice a week. In heavy training, I'll hop in the ice bath every day. It prevents any more muscle damage from taking place by constricting blood flow to the muscles and then increasing blood flow to the muscles, so that you flush out a whole lot of the byproducts of hard training. There's always things you can work on in a 3-discipline sport, always, and this off-season and pre-season will be no different to any other. I'll make some changes, change the training up a little bit, as much for mental stimulation as anything else, but I won't be overhauling the whole program. I've had a lot of success the last 10 years racing, just being very consistent with my training, and I don't think physical preparation conditioning is rocket science. There's a lot of consistency required, and I'm driven by just my love for the sport and my absolute passion to try and improve. I don't think I've had my best race, and it's one thing to climb to the top of the mountain one time, but it's another thing entirely to stay at the top, and that's my challenge.